Hey guys, what is up? Zero here, and welcome back to Fruits of the Literature Club, Chapter 5, Monica Route. In the last episode, Monica got kidnapped, regardless of what we told her. Regardless of what she
Yeah.
trained. She got kidnapped because I guess also she was walking around for some reason around the fucking house. So she ended up getting kidnapped, and we started trying to talk with a man to get some answers after there was an attack that was planned on the facility, I'll say facility, I guess facility will work. So yeah, once that happened, now we're trying to get some answers from him to know where Monica is, and we're met with a choice. Sit and talk with Doe or use force to make him talk. We've been using force, I think, the entire time. I highly doubt it's gonna work this time. I think right now, let's try to sit and talk with him.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps if I change my approach, I can gain some leeway against him and get him to talk. Turning away from him, I walk across the room and grab a spare chair. He curiously watches me as I bring the chair next to him and sit down in it. Leaning on the backrest, I look down at the ground. Staring at the minor cracks and indentations of the concrete floor, I fortify my resolve by picturing Monica's smiling face. Even the stern face she had on when I was teaching her to fight. It gave me the motivation I needed to see myself through this. Don't remind me that you taught her to fight and she still got kidnapped. That's not good, game. I've been strong all this time, and I've been the one to struggle.
I know you want to do all of this on your own, but I want to help you. I can't just stand by idly and let my boyfriend fight not only his battles, but mine on top of that.
Yet before, she was totally fine and talked about how nice it was to have a knight in shining armor. Do you see my problem with this route?
I'm sorry, but I'm just not the girl who wants someone to fight her battles for her. This is something we have to fight through together. You're not a lone wolf anymore. You have someone by your side to help.
That's right. This is our fight. It's not over yet. I don't want to lose you. I've been forcing myself to do things I never intended to do just to keep you safe. I brought that suffering here on you. And I promise I'll make this right. I've been allowing myself to stray further and further from who I am as a human being. All of my enemies are monsters, and my only choice to be their slayer. However, he who fights with monsters should look to it that he himself does not become a monster. Because if you gaze too long into an abyss, the abyss also gazes into you. You, scary. Don't look at me, abyss.
Ooh, abyss.
Returning my eyes to Doe's, I finally speak and break the silence. Doe, I'm going to ask you a personal question, and you're going to answer it. I don't think I have much of a choice now, do I? How far are you willing to go to protect the ones you love? Both a peculiar and relevant question, kid. But I would do something I wouldn't normally do. Sometimes I take those risks. Now, the real question here is, what risk are you planning to take to save your precious Monica? No, you have it wrong. Eh? That question was directed to you personally. You attacked my girlfriend and turned her life into a living hell that'll take years to recover from. It's only fair I bring the same hell to your family. What? Keep my voice soft and neutral, he grits his teeth and angrily growls back at me. How far are you willing to protect the ones you love, Doe? This is the same threat we gave him earlier.
Yeah, you're just threatening his family again. Like, this is what you're doing.
We're just doing it again. I thought we were gonna talk to him. Why were... I didn't click threaten with force.
I'm gonna ask you again. Do you want your family to die?
I didn't click threaten with force. I clicked talk to him, right? Like, I don't... Is this talking to him?
Well, you're not punching him yet, I guess.
You're not
so.
punching him, but you are threatening to kill his family.
That is talking, to be fair. You are talking.
The room fills again with a heavy silence that weighs on both our shoulder. He looks
Our
around.
shoulder.
Both our shoulders. He looks around the room, anxiety filling his hypocritical soul. The fear emanating from him makes me smile. He tries to speak, but to look as if he can't speak the words out of his mouth. Perfect. This is just the opportunity.
That's not what our hero should be saying, by the way.
Perfect. This is just the opportunity I was waiting for. Now I can exploit his fear and weakness to my advantage. What? You ain't able to speak? Is it because you fear what I'm going to do to your wife and child? Or is it that you're speechless because you're completely helpless right now? Which is it, Doe? I'm waiting for your answer. You think your petty imitation tactics are going to work on me? I know it will. I can see the fear and the panic inside of your eyes. I can read you like a book now that I've overcome what has been my problem since day one of this. How are you so calm about this? Your girlfriend has been taken, and even if you go after my family, nothing will change. Aren't you scared? Scared, huh? A man who feels no fear has no heart. But for me, I know fear. It does not control me. He curses under his breath and looks to the floor half defeated. The fight that is left in his eyes diminishes by the second. Reaching over, I grab hold of his hair and force him to look at me. Hey, that's force! I didn't click that. No, no, no. I'm going to tell you this only once. And this will be your final opportunity to save not only yourself, but your family. Because I want you to know. I stare into his eyes and at the coward within his soul. Tell me where they're holding Monika, and I will see to it your family isn't harmed. But I refuse to say the same thing about you. And innocent people were hurt tonight because of you. And you're willing to hurt my family over that? There are others out there besides me that won't even think twice about putting a bullet into your loved ones. You're lucky that I'm giving you this final chance. He shuts his mouth and deliberates eternally about what to do. His facial expression show me the varying levels of anxiety he experiences as he mulls over, betraying his country for his family. Or he could remain loyal to his country and sacrifice the ones he loves. If I were in his position, the answer would be obvious. After a minute of tense silence hanging in the air, Joe looks back down to the ground and hides his face from me. Drops of liquid fall from his face and onto a torn, dirty suit. I can't tell you where Monika is. I refuse to. You're more despicable than I could have expected. I hope you're happy with your decision, Doe. Goodbye. He continues to avoid eye contact with me and cries silently, as I would expect a man who just sacrificed his family to react. Standing up from the seat, I head toward the door and leave him to reflect on what he has just done. Closing the door to the cell and leaving the broken man behind, I turn and face Julia. She looks at me, expecting concerned or panicked outburst from me. The fear I had when all this started is gone. I continue to maintain my usual expression and lean against the wall. Julia is the first to speak and break the silence.
What do you want to do, Zero?
Leave his family be. The suffering he feels currently is more than enough to destroy him eternally. The man just willingly sacrificed his wife and son to his enemies. But he'll never see them again anyway, so he'll never know if we follow through with my threat or not. Thank God. I was getting worried about you for a minute there. I thought she knew him better than anyone. Why is she, like, concerned about, like, him?
Maybe that's why she was getting worried. She was like, this is...
But if she was worried, my point is, like, shouldn't she have been like, I know you're not gonna do that, you know? Like...
Unless this is the first time he's done that.
I don't know. She's technically a made-up character, technically kinda not really, since she is in the original Fruits. But...
Yeah.
Why is that?
Well, what is it with the sun and moon change? Shouldn't you be worried about saving Monika?
We're going to find her very soon.
What? How are you so certain?
He has your cell phone, right? His eyes light up.
You're right. We can trace my phone's GPS location.
There you go.
So what you told him, that was all empty threats?
Humans will do crazy things to protect what they love. He cares about his country and job more than his family. I just happen to be on the opposite end of the spectrum. I'll protect Monika no matter the cost. Go to your office and give me the location of your cell phone right now. With any luck, Monika still has it on her. Julia doesn't say another word and avidly walk past me. Drives with purpose as if she has a renewed sense of pride. Check myself away from the wall and ensure the door to Doe's cell is locked and follow her. So, like, we just wasted time then?
What was all that for?
MC, Monika's literally kidnapped, and you just were like, oh yeah, we already knew where he was. I just thought that he would tell me. And tell you what? Like, what information? If you already had the GPS, how was that useful to you then? Someone said, excuse me, how much time has passed? I'll just say, someone has literally been kidnapped, and he's over here fucking interrogating for no reason then?
I was just trying to look cool, I guess.
Bro was trying to aura farm!
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like, if we got some sort of info from that, that would have been useful, but we got nothing! To be honest, in a real situation, they would not allow her to keep the phone. That too, I was actually gonna bring that up later. I'm gonna be like, did they really let her keep her phone on her person? Is that actually gonna work? I feel like any sort of... I was gonna say, like, if it was like a low-level, like, crook or something, sure, maybe they wouldn't think about it, but these are like, what, high-level agents? You're telling me they wouldn't think about removing the phone from her? As we walk into Julia's office, Miyuki stands up from Julia's desk and sits down on the couch. Looks us curiously, waiting for the results of the interrogation.
Miyuki, trace the location of my commission phone immediately. Yes, ma'am.
Miyuki opens her laptop and sits on the couch and starts to type away at it. Julia gets to her desk and looks back toward me. And I button my dress shirt and take it off, lying across the back of one of the couches. Yuki's eyes wander over to me as I rotate my arms and elbows to check for any hidden damage. Small scrapes, cuts, bruises litter my chest, side, and lower abdomen. But nothing too serious. Satisfied with the quick med check, I look back down at the ruined shirt. Julia, give me another shirt, please.
Okay.
Julia reaches into a drawer in her desk and retrieves a black t-shirt. She normally keeps a spare shirt or two in her desk for me in the event I need to redress. When she tosses across the room toward me, I catch it with my left hand and quickly put it on. Rotating my head side to side, I pop my neck and take a deep breath in.
Why do you look so calm given the situation?
Yuki finally decides to speak instead of stare. Ignoring her stupid question, I look back at Julia and unholster my handgun. That's mean.
Yeah, that's not nice. You're just being not nice.
Just
now.
being rude to Miyuki for no reason, I guess. Alright, what the fuck did she... God damn you, Miyuki, for asking questions. Walking forward, I place my handgun on her desk and slide it toward her.
Huh?
Take it. I'm going to be needing it tonight.
What do you mean?
I have something else planned. Turning away from her, I head for the exit. Call me when you have Monika's location.
Wait, you can't just leave.
Opening the door to her office, I casually walk out and close it behind me. Man, I'm about to hit them with the talk no jutsu. I'll talk them into letting Monika go with my clear charisma, as you can see. This guy's very charismatic, guys. Fucking take it anyway. I was gonna say maybe you should have that just in case. Even if you're not gonna use it, you can put it in like your back pocket.
What's with him? I don't know. Earlier today, he was constantly afraid that... Ma'am? It was his fear. He finally overcame the fear he was hiding. I don't know what the catalyst was, but something changed when he went back in the cell. Like down in his handgun, just covered in blood and dirt. Those eyes of his, they've come back. Could it be that fictional title, The Reaper, really does apply to him now? I really hope this was what Ashley and I were afraid of. Miyuki, find Monika's location. Fast.
Yeah, he's gonna kill him with his hands. He's gonna hit them with some kung fu. He's gonna pull out his scythe. He's gonna be a real reaper. Am I cleared?
Yes, nothing too serious here.
The nurse feels over my back and my sides for any irregularities. So I can't directly see or inspect my back properly. Came to the medical wing where the remaining staff gave me an emergency physical. The nurse from earlier immediately accepted my request.
You're okay to continue physical activity. But why was it so important suddenly?
I'm not finished with this night.
What? After everything you did earlier, you're still going to continue fighting?
I have to save someone I love. And I refuse to let anything stop me. Stops pressing against my back and walks in front of me. Her eyes meet mine and she smiles weakly.
Thank you for everything earlier.
Don't thank me. Standing up from the examination bed, I put my shirt back on and leave the room. As I walk toward what used to be the front entrance, my phone goes off. Answering and listening to the caller's voice, I smirk when I hear the following words.
We know where Monika is.
How did they let her kill you? So I was like, hold on, chat. Maybe we'll have to go against what we said. Because maybe they're going to be like, we can't track the phone because they actually got rid of it. Nope. He still has a phone. Oh, okay.
Yep.
Never mind. These guys are dumb, I
Okay.
guess. I'm coming, Monika. Also, why was he like, don't thank me to the nurse and then proceeded to not say why? Like, it would have made sense if he was like, don't thank me. I was just doing what I should have or something like that. All he said was, don't thank me.
Don't
Stop
thank
it.
me. I don't want to hear it.
It's a beaten dead horse at this point with this mod, but it is like, my god, is the MC just edgy for the sake of being edgy. After Julia briefed me on Monika's location, found out they brought her to the docks I met Doe originally at. Monika's still there, hopefully. They might be planning to call us and demand ransom for her. But I'll make sure they won't have that chance. Use one of my. Oh, okay, maybe that's why they let her
Sorry.
keep the phone. Actually, it's not even a good excuse. They could have just used the phone from them. They could have just used the phone from their own fucking. Use one of my old hoodies. I put the hood to cover my head. As I walk down the industrial street with cars passing by, I inch closer and closer to the docks. Locating a nearby alley, I duck into it quickly and immerse myself into the darkness. The moonlight shines down on the docks, casting shadows and figures every couple of feet. Shadows are my way of transportation. Eventually, I reach a small brick wall that I scale. Dropping down on the other side, I duck down and look around. Varying colored storage crates line the docks up and down, creating little aisles. Keep my head off from a nearby corner, I look left and notice two adult men walking toward me. Roughly the same height as to each other, a little taller than I am. Hiding back in my cubby to reduce the chance of being seen, I wait for them to come closer. As they approach, I hear them speaking to each other. Speaking Japanese, which pretty much confirms my theories. Until they're translating their words, I listen and lie in wait. Think that kid is gonna show up? Keep your voice down, you idiot. I don't know, maybe we got him in the raid. Huh, you think so? Maybe we can finally finish this job and go home. What do you think the guys above are gonna do with the girl? Probably just get rid of her. I hear the girl's father's some big trade CEO. Interesting. Opportunity for some quick cash. Yeah. Go! What is this? Pointing the retractable baton in my hand. Bringing against both of the men's knees, disabling them and bringing them down to the ground. As both look up in disbelief, I, like a master swordsman, flicking his wrists, slam the baton against the sides of their heads, aiming for the temple. Like a master swordsman.
Oh yes.
When they drop limp
All
to
the swordsmen with batons.
That's all the swordsman with the batons. Is he glazing himself?
He is.
When they drop limp to the ground and drag their unconscious bodies into the darkness, adjusting my hood.
There's describing something in a storytelling environment, and there's glazing. The main character glazing himself. That is what's going on right now.
Adjusting my hood to continue along the path they are following. Moving further into the docks, a fork appears in the path ahead. As I approach it, another man dressed in black turns the corner, face glued to his phone. Dashing to the side and crouching down near a box, he walks right past me. He walks a decent away from me. I turn the corner and start heading toward the center of the docks. Storage crates turn into walls as I near the water. Looking out into the distance over the wall, I notice a gathering of people near one of the industrial lots. I keep heading down this way, should be able to get to the lot within minutes. Lowering myself from the wall, I speed my pace up and traverse along the wall. I get to a small stretch of wood that leads me to the industrial district. Two more of Hagashida's operators down the stretch notice me. Wait a second, is that him? Get him! Someone go let the others know! Using the entire strength of my right arm, I slam the side of the baton against his head. He flies to the side and collides with the wall. The other tries to reach for the handgun attached to his hip, but I start swinging my baton at him. Each swing forces his hand away from the weapon. He quits going for his gun and fights back. He holds his arms out and blocks my swings, simultaneously swinging his foot onto my side. Using my free hand, I grab hold of his foot and wrap my arm around it. My hips pivoting, and I force his foot to bend opposite of the ankle, essentially turning it 180 degrees around. Before he has a chance to scream in pain, I swing his leg to the left, causing momentum to stumble him over. He desperately clutches the side of my hoodie, taking it off of me as he falls backwards. Panicked huff coming from his mouth, he takes the hoodie off to uncover his face. Your eyes! Grabbed both the unconscious men and placed them in the shadows. Just like the last two, these guys had radios. Prop their backs up against the wall to keep them vertical. Before I go any further, my ears pick up something that makes me freeze. Before I got out, I just heard her voice. Monika? Turn my head around the circle to try to pinpoint that sound. Even close my eyes to make it easier. My muffled cry comes from 7 o'clock. No, 8 o'clock. Trying to the noise, I open my eyes and start running. Sounds like she's in the building up ahead. How would he hear her inside of a building? And a muffled cry? So what, is she like gagged? How is he hearing her?
Muffled probably through the walls.
But also, like, what, they're just letting her speak? Jumping over the wall, I roll when I hit the ground and maintain momentum and speed. Turning the corner and darting for the back door. Two guards notice me. Going to the side, I reach the back door. Closing the baton and sliding it back into my pocket, I test the knob. It's unlocked. Open the door enough to slide into the building and quietly close it behind me. Walk into the cargo bay, I look around for any sense of Monika. I scratch the ground from inside the building. Small foreman office sits on the left side of the cargo bay. Sneaking closer to the door, I peer inside one of the windows. Monika sits on the floor with her head facing the ground. Her wrists are tied together with a zip tie. A single man dressed in professional clothes stands in front of Monika. As I'm here against the door, I listen to what he's saying. And that's why you're here, girl. To lure that kid here. Now stop stalling and call him already. We don't have all night.
I won't let you use me against him.
I hate willful women. You're meant to be obedient to do whatever a man says. He rolls his sleeve up and looks down at Monika with an evil glare. You will not set another finger on her. What?
Huh?
The terrified guard turns around to face me. Being no more than a foot behind him, when he turns around, I reach out and grab his throat. Wait, hold on. Couldn't they just take the phone and call it? They have Julia's number on the phone. Couldn't they just, like, open the phone, then just call, and then just say, look, we have her. Why do they need her to call? This isn't like it's a rotary phone where there's no contact. There's a contact thing.
We need to make it cool, Zero.
She has a pin. Do they not have any sort of technology that can crack a phone pin? You're telling me they got all this technology, but the thing that's stopping them is a phone pin? Like, those gnats that we've been spoiled again. They have a phone pin. Ah!
Oh, well, all of our stuff's down the drain.
That's what I'm saying. It's like I could have swore hackers. I could have swore hackers could get past phone pins.
Even police have stuff like that.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I could have swore people were able to get past phone pins. Being no more than a foot behind him when he turns around, I reach out and grab his throat. Ah! He peers back into my eyes. How? I didn't hear the door open.
That's not proper grammar.
Retrieving the baton's handle from my pocket, I swing it out with my right hand to extend it. I'm going to remember your face. What? Swinging my right arm, I cock the baton in the air.
The delivery of your fucking... I'm gonna remember your face.
What? Slamming against his skull, I let him fall to the ground.
Zero?
Kneeling toward her, I drop the baton and grab a small survival knife. Watch your wrist. When I say, I want you to lift your arms as fast as you can.
Right.
I press the knife, blade facing down against the zip tie. Now! Monika throws her arms up while I force the blade down. The sudden combination of actions breaks the zip tie and frees Monika. She immediately reaches out and wraps her arms around me. Are you okay? She nods while I visually inspect her arms and her face for any signs of damage. A few cuts, scrapes, and bruises, but nothing too serious. Thank God.
What about you? You told me some awful things.
I'm perfectly fine. Looking around, I offer my hand to Monika. Come on, let's get out of here. She accepts my hand with a warm smile.
Thank you for coming.
Don't thank me for doing what I promised. I'm getting you out of here, and we're ending this.
What about him?
Wait, what the hell? Did this mod always have time of day sprites, or is this just like... Or is this new? This feels new. I don't remember there being a time of day sprite for Monika when we were here. Maybe there was.
I couldn't tell you. I really couldn't.
It's been too long. I don't remember. Maybe there was. I don't fucking know.
What about him?
Nods towards the man on the ground. Leave him. He'll be taken care of later on. Let's go.
I'm right behind you.
Covering my weapon for the ground, I hand it to Monika.
A weapon?
You'll need it if I get overwhelmed. Monika grips the baton in her hands fearfully. Walking to the door of the office, I pull it open and exit the room and into the warehouse. Something catches my eye to my left. Turning my head enough to catch them in my peripheral vision, it's a guy pointing something at my head. Pushing Monika back into the office with my left hand, I pivot my upper body to the right. Deafening explosion goes off near the left side of my face. Hot gas is expelled from the barrel of a firearm and blasts my face. My left eye practically scalding, impairing my vision. I reach out and grab my assailant's arm. Throwing my knee into his abdomen, I throw him over my shoulder and contort his arms behind his back. Did we just get shot in the face? I think he missed. Because it said gas is expelled a firearm and blasts my face. And it says his eyes scalded. I don't know. It sounds like we got shot in the face.
Did you get like grazed by?
I think we got grazed by it, I'm assuming. Because I don't think... It's hopefully it's grazed. Unless they're going to tell me that this MC got shot in the face and he's still fine.
If you're getting shot in the face with a shotgun, especially, you're cooked. Like, you're dead.
I throw him over my shoulder and
That's
contort his
kind of
arms on
game
his
over.
back. Yeah. You give him the back of his neck. He falls limp.
Zero, are you okay?
I'm fine. Licking my eye several times, rehydrated. I endure the intense stinging pain coming from it. After a second of the unbearable burning, my eye begins to regain its vision. Monika places her hand on my back and checks my ear. I was close, but I hadn't noticed him when I did. Hearing the quick patter of incoming footsteps, I grab Monika's arm and begin to lead her toward the exit. Stopping short before the door, I wait for our pursuers to enter. As the door swings toward me, I lift my leg and kick against it. The sudden force of my kick sends the door crashing into those on the other side. Running outside, I grab one of the guards and throw him over my shoulder. Monika walks outside and swings the baton at someone coming in from our left. He manages to swing with a good amount of force too. The guy drops to his knees after it and slams into his shoulder. Oh my god, after 5 chapters, Monika did something.
Oh my god, she actually did something.
All it took was the final chapter of the mod. And Monika actually did. They finally let her do something. They finally let her do something. All it took was the final literal chapter of the mod. Because, you know, guys, this is their fight. Remember how it's been their fight this whole time? With Monika only doing, like, 3% of the fighting? And just kind of being a victim? Kicking the man to the ground, I hear several more pairs of footsteps running towards us. We need to move. Now. Grabbing Monika's wrist again and start running to the back of the lot toward the water. Peeling down the stairs and across long narrow stretches of wooden paths. We start to near the edge of the maritime district. Hearing running in front of us, I dart to the right and lead Monika back up some stairs into the aisles of storage containers. After turning another series of corners, Monika and I find ourselves in an open stretch that leads to the water. Several armed men start to surround us, leaving our only option the sea behind us. I can't jump from here. Wreckage and debris are a hazard if we do. The armed men close in on us, but a single man in a suit steps out from the mass. Oh my god, it's Hagashida! I don't remember you. Okay, but that's the leader. The guy who was trying to kill MC snuck up on him. MC reacted just in time. Yeah. I mean, I've heard his name. I've never seen him, though. I don't think this is the first time seeing his sprite. Well, this is a surprise. I remember this man. Hanzo Hagashida. Hanzo Hisashi. Prime Minister of Japan. Never thought the big man himself would come down here just on my account. Softly gestures his index finger toward me, soft smile on his lips. You're a tricky one. I felt that since this was taking a bit longer than anticipated. I needed to intervene. It's pretty ballsy of you. What if I were to shoot you right now? Granted, that'll serve as a death for me, but you would also fall too. I do not doubt that if you were to quick draw a firearm, I would die. But I didn't get to where I am today because I was fearful. That's one thing we have in common, right, Zero? And with that, I've learned that there are always going to be threats against you. With this world, you need to be strong to survive. But take care of the threats against me. Even if it's from some lower-class citizen with no true influence at all. Or a foreign agent who got involved in something he never was meant to. You had no problem hunting down an innocent girl just to keep her father quiet? Not at all. Looks out to the sea behind me. I've lived a life of constant progression. I was born to the family of an avid and dedicated politician. Naturally, as a Japanese boy, my father looked to me to continue on the family path. So I filled his shoes as a politician and worked my way up the ladder where I sit now. As any great businessman would do. Which let me tell you something, young man. You have been the biggest thorn in my side ever since I heard about you. No one else would drag me from the comfort of Tokyo to carry out business. You could say I was flattered. Now, with that said, all the armed men start walking towards us. Stopping in front of Monika and keeping her back with my arm. I prepare for whatever happens next. Oh my god, it's Yushine's art!
What?
I totally forgot Yushine made art for this mod!
Oh.
I think Yushine forgot Yushine made art for this mod!
I had no idea that it was even a thing.
So, I feel like if I brought this up to Yushine, I think Yushine would forget that she made art for this mod. Why does it look wide? I don't think the creator told Yushine the resolution it was supposed to be in, or they just stretched out the CS and they just stretched out the CG to be 1280 by 720. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Because yeah, no, they severely stretched it. Because I do not think the original art looked like this. It's good art though. This is old. It's so funny to see old Yushine art.
Zero.
Stay behind me, Monika. Can't take them all at once. I could probably take the first 3 on the left where the others can get to me. I need to buy enough time to give Monika a chance to run away. Keeping my stance, I stare at each of one of them in the eyes. The final gaze landing upon Hagashida. He and I share a long stare until he raises his right hand and prepares to snap. No, damn it! Snap! What, really? They could have put a noise for that? Snap.
Yeah, this was the age of mods before noises.
No, had a bunch of sound effects before these!
I don't know.
Monika flinches and hides behind me. I freeze my body in position regardless of what's going to happen. All of the men lower their firearms and step back. What a resolve you have. Seconds before death, you maintain your status quo. Never faltering for even a second. In that gaze, you make even the most hardened of warriors fearful. You know you could potentially be an asset to me. You were just going to kill us. What changed your mind? Your versatility. No, I do like that. That's a funny line. You're just gonna kill us. What changed your mind? Knowing how strong your integrity is, you won't buckle under the most demanding of stress. You're not only capable of defending against a lethal special operations strike force, but you can also be a ghost, taking out a large number of my guards here completely silently. Not killing a single one, mind you. Your set of skills are much more impressive to behold in a person. You hear me out for a proposition. I remain silent, waiting for anything to pop off suddenly. Take your girlfriend and leave. There's a gesture of goodwill from me. However, we're going to call on you one day. Who knows? If you happen to help us out when we need it, I might provide you a personal favor. And what would that be? Extending our umbrella protection to dear Monika here. You can do things for me, and I'll make sure she's kept safe from now on. I can even think of asking someone like me this question. Give it some thought. You never know. You may need it in the coming years. With a chuckle, he turns around and waves his men off. You'll hear from me again soon, Zero. They all walk towards the several incoming SUVs posted on the road ahead. When they get in the cars, they don't take any extra time waiting around and immediately leave. Why did he spare us? What does he mean they'll call on me for a favor? Is he that cocky to let me go after learning everything? What a real piece of scum. Monika's hands on my shoulder cause me to turn around.
Zero? Is it over?
Sky starts to grow blue as the sun rises from the darkness. It's dawn. Hear this coming overwhelming wave of emotions coursing through my veins. I look back up into Monika's emerald eyes. Yes, Monika. It's over. Really? That's the ending? That's
What?
how... Okay.
That's how it ends.
I mean, we get a cut 1 month later. But, like, that's how the final problem is settled?
That was a nothing burger.
My thing with this is that it's like... it's one of those things where it's like, you had the entire mod of him, like, doing a bunch of things and, like, a bunch of cool stuff of killing people and everything. Only for, like, the final big bad to be, like, because it's like, I can slightly respect, like, I want to respect it for being different to the other routes, where MC is able to just beat down the big bad and he comes out the hero, right? Like he does for the other two. Or other three, I guess, technically. Well, no, Yuri's bad ending is whether or not he's gonna stay. But
Right.
it's like, I was gonna kind of give it credit for being different in that regard, but I'm like, it almost feels like, again, like some people in chat are feeling, like kind of a cop-out, sort of, because it just feels like there's, the guy just was like, you're pretty strong, I'm gonna keep you alive, and just walked away.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know, it kind of feels like a cop-out. Like, sure, yeah, the route isn't over, so jokes aside, like, the route isn't over, but we definitely don't got much. The confusion I'm hearing in your voice there, I'm so sorry. I'm just like, I was like, wait, really? Like, I was expecting there to be, like, a whole big, like, gun. I was expecting him to have, like, a plan, act on it, and then, like, I don't know, maybe even have Monika do some more fighting. She got one hit. I thought she was gonna get at least, like, a few baton smacks. She smacked one guy. This is their fight. Their fight in question. Walking down the hallway toward the club room, I spot Monika waiting outside. When I approach her, her eyes light up and she immediately takes my hand into hers. Oh! And she's apparently also during the night.
I'm not looking, so if there's a CG, then I don't.
There's not a CG.
Yeah.
They're using the night sprite, and we're in the club. We're in the school.
Oh, yeah, probably just to fuck up in the code.
She's a
then.
shadow demon. I thought this was playtested.
I don't think it was. Pretty sure it was not.
Zero.
Hey, what are you doing waiting out here? Oh, okay, they fixed it.
The girls told me you were gonna be able to stay today, so I thought I would wait out here for you.
Did you now?
Of course, but first...
Monika quickly wraps her arms around me, embracing me tightly. I return the gesture and my arms around her. Monika softly whispers into my ear.
I'm glad you can stay late today. It's been very lonely without you around.
Well, Julie and I finished the rest of the cleanup work. My afternoons are free again. She releases her grip from my body and grabs my hand with both of hers.
Come with me for a minute. I want to show you something.
Monika turns around and starts to lead me down the long corridor. Turning left to an entirely different classroom, she closes the door behind us. I thought we'd be able to see the other girls, but I guess not. Looking around the class, I saw that this is the music room. This is before anyone gets mad. This is an old mod. Remember, this was before we had a music room background.
What is it?
It's just like the regular classroom background, and it's just saying that this is the music room, and I'm just like, before anyone's like, where's the music? We have a music room now. This was before Plus, so there was no music room background for us.
No, we had a fan-made music room.
I'm not gonna get on people for not using free assets though, in case sometimes you don't like how they look, so.
That's fine.
Monika walks over to a large piano and sits down onto its bench.
So, over the last few months, I've been practicing piano.
Oh my god, they're doing it, the thing! He meets my ass a couple
Alright.
of times and flashes a hot smile.
I don't think I'm very good at it yet, but I practice real hard on this song. Because it's for you.
Monika's delicate fingers start playing the piano, and immediately, a beautiful melody starts to fill the room. Knowing that she made this song for me, it makes my heart instantly feel as if it's been awakened from a long slumber. For the last month, I haven't been able to see Monika much once everything was settled. I informed Julia of what happened with Hagashida, and she's been working closely with upper admin about what to do going forward. I had helped keep things calm and running smoothly at the field office. A lot of equipment was destroyed during the raid, and many people were hurt too. As you can imagine, the normal daily routine was shot and had to be stabilized. With that, over the last month, Julia has been tasking me with various jobs to help out. Since yesterday was my final day with the temporary assignment, I was now free to return to the club after school. And with that, I get to hear this beautiful song. Off to my right, I look at the door to the class and notice it's slightly open. Now Skiri and Sari all peek in and listen. Oh my god, they exist!
Holy shit.
I decide to keep their presence a secret for now, walk over to the piano. Never mind, we don't get to see their sprites though, just know they're there. Placing my
They
hand-
are around.
Placing my
In
hand
the
on
same universe.
Placing my hand on the top, I stand and watch Monika elegantly play her song for me. Oh my god, there they are!
Oh my god, I get to see them.
Yeah, baby! Leaning back in my chair, I watch Eri and Natsuki converse about the material differences between their writing styles. This is the 4th time they've talked about it, I think. I thought they were outside. Oh, I guess we're in the club room now. I guess the song. Oh, okay. I guess this time passed. We're in the club room now.
Okay,
Normally they end up.
there's no indication of
Yeah,
this.
the only indication was a wipe left, and even then the same song is playing. So, like, I thought, I got kind of confused here. But normally they end up yelling at each other, and one of them storms off. However, today was different. Both of them were talking to each other civilly and rationally, and that's something I would expect from any interaction between the two. Looking to my right, Monika smiles back at me. Looking down, my eyes trace the connection between us. Her hand is in mine, and our arms outstretched to each other. However, this is all done discreetly under the desks. Nasty still complains as she sees me and Monika kiss. Something along the lines of, "Are you two holding hands under the desks?" Voice breaking me from my thoughts, I turn my head to stare at her. What else would we be doing? Don't ask me. It's just weird seeing you two all lovey-dovey.
I think it's delightful. It's so cute! Don't let it distract you from your activities. Remember to finish your poem, Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri, do you think your colliding writing styles could possibly help each other out? What do you mean? Yuri's style supports the emphasis of descriptive words and comparisons. Natsuki's style relies on the raw power of simple words and emotions. Don't you think that if you properly worked on both of those styles could supplement each other?
Natsuki remains quiet. Yuri looks down at her desk for a second, pondering to herself quietly.
You may have a point, Monika.
I don't know. I don't want Yuri's style to corrupt mine. But if it was to be an assignment, maybe. Natsuki smiles and looks away from everyone.
I think that sounds like a great idea.
Why is Monika very neutral about this? She doesn't seem very happy about this. Got a great idea.
Okay, everyone.
Monika adjusts the club as she normally used to. That alone sets me at ease. Tuning out of Monika's speech, I look at each of the girls' faces. Exactly 1 month since that night. Even now, I couldn't believe the events of the night, let alone explain what happened to Julia. When I arrived at the checkpoint and she saw me carrying Monika inside, she practically tied me down for answers. Not to mention scolded me for going on my own. After explaining what exactly Hagashida told me, seemed to lessen up. When he carried Monika, for what reason? She could walk. wait, what? Why was he carrying Monika? She could walk.
Maybe she was so overwhelmed that she fell asleep.
Maybe, I guess. I don't know. He didn't really specify. He just said carried Monika as if she was, like, injured. I was like, she was walking the whole time, and he said she was fine.
Off screen, she got shot in the leg.
Ah! No, Monika!
Oh!
And from that point on, there was silence. No one else followed Monika or me around. Another attacks occurred, and I didn't constantly look over my shoulder every day. Ever about a week ago, there was a news report that caught footage of Hagashida at the docks. Naturally, the press wanted a frenzy and had a field day prying at the man's secretary. When Julia informed me of the report, I couldn't stop the cocky grin that formed. He did that directly to himself. I'm not responsible for that. After some time of peace and quiet, I began to lower my guard. It returns no more than a few minutes later. I can't let myself be vulnerable to any more threats. And whenever I have my guard down, something happens. I push the risk aside and retain my guard at all times. That isn't all bad. If it's for a purpose, then I don't mind spending my time doing it. And my purpose now is to continue my existence with her. All of a sudden, my commission phone rings. Your past doesn't define who you are. It just gives you the starting point for where you're going to be. Is that it?
Okay.
Wait. Was Monika's ending a fucking sequel bait? Oh my god.
Well, that didn't happen.
Monika's ending was sequel bait?
Wow. Alright.
Because I was sitting here like, hold on. I was like, hold the phone. Because I'm like, yeah, his phone rings and he's talking about how, oh, I had a feeling that's what it was when the guy was like, when I call, and I'm like noticing how we haven't gotten a call, and I was like, this mod's gonna end with a call, isn't it? Like, it's gonna end with him getting a call, or this route's gonna end with him getting a call. And I'm like, was Monika's route really used as sequel bait?
I guess.
Oh my god, Monika, you're in the art credit section. 3 Monika 4!
Oh my god, it's me. What did I do? Oh yeah, I made the bloody sprite.
Yeah. Oh my god, I'm in the special thanks! Next to Yushine.
Oh. Wait, why is Yushine in the special thanks? Yushine's an art
I
credit.
don't know why Yushine wasn't in the art, actually. Yeah, wait, that's a good question. Why wasn't Yushine in the art? Because I was about to say, wait, where's Yushine in the art section? And I'm like, oh, Yushine's in special thanks. Why?
Okay.
See, now you guys know that I'm not biased. I'm in the special thanks.
Thanks, Zero, for ripping this shit apart.
Alright, and that is it. I don't know if I'm gonna play the bad ending, honestly. I feel like there's not really a point. And most Fruit's bad endings rub me the wrong way anyway, in the sense of they don't really feel like they amount to much. So, probably just leave this to bed. Just put this to bed and leave it there. But yeah, we are officially done. So now I can give my final thoughts on Fruit's Monika route, which essentially is the same thoughts I had the entire time. It feels very weird. Like, it feels very inconsistent. Monika feels extremely consistent in the mod. There were earlier chapters, Monika said things like how she likes having a boy to look after her, like a knight in shining armor. She says that to Sayori, talking about how cool her boyfriend is, which also just feels out of character.
I'm pretty sure this mod suffers from an issue where they want something in someone's character. For example, with Monika here, she's sort of a damsel in distress to a degree, and then they got backlash for that, and then in later chapters they attempted to remedy it and fix it, but at the same time this caused retcons.
Yeah, I feel like that's something I probably already mentioned in this series, was that, yeah, it's like, it felt like they heard the criticisms about Monika's character early on, and then it felt like in chapter 4, they tried to fix it by having her not be like that, but then it just kind of caused a giant inconsistency with Monika feeling very just changing throughout the mod for no reason at all. Going from being like, hey, like, oh man, I love having a boyfriend and helping me, and then being like, hey, this is my fight too. We fight together. And then it's like, that doesn't make any sense for her to say that when she ultimately has done nothing for this to be her and MC's fight. Again, the only thing that she did so far was hit someone with a baton. Everything else was her basically being a victim and being dragged into this. There's nothing that really coincides with Monika's message of saying, this is both of our fights. She just got roped into this. Like, she barely did anything, really.
Yeah.
It just feels weird. Also, it doesn't help the fact that the first 3 chapters aren't even really about Monika in this mod. They're mainly about Azuki, more so than about Monika. So, there's that problem. For her, Monika feels like she's not even getting a real focus in her route. It's mainly just about Azuki and MC more so than it's about Monika. That's the other thing. This route, the most out of all of them, feels more like an MC route than the rest of them, because we get a lot of focus on him. And I don't have a problem with focus on MC as long as it's like, but it's like if you start focusing on your MC in a route-based DDLC mod, it starts to get weird, because it's like people typically pick the route of the girl they want to see it be focused on. So it feels weird to make a route based on Monika, and then you play it and a majority of the things you're getting is about Azuki or about MC and barely about Monika.
Yeah.
Like, it's just weird. I barely remember anything of this mod or the parts I worked on. Oh yeah, fair enough, Natsuki. It's been a long time. Summarize the bad ending. MC goes to rescue Monika, but uses lethal methods. Akashi does a sniper kill Monika in retaliation. MC snaps and goes on a rampage. Julia's forced to kill MC. Okay.
What? That's the bad ending?
Yeah, because I guess we use force to, like, fucking talk to... So I'm assuming it's the story narrative that...
Like,
when MC...
that's, like, insane, actually.
When MC calmed down to talk to the guy, I'm assuming that was supposed to be, like Julia said, he accepted the cat, like, you know, he accepted his fear. So then, you know, he was able to be calm, and, you know, he didn't lose himself, I guess, to the anger. But if we use force, then we lost ourselves to the anger. We lost ourselves to our anger. And then,
that literally doesn't even make sense. That's just like...
What do you mean doesn't make sense?
That doesn't even make, like, sense for this character, I feel. I feel like that just wouldn't happen.
Yeah, they kind of mention how he's supposed to have, like, his emotions in check, but yeah, for some reason, for this mod, sometimes they're just like...
all it takes is that for him to go fucking insane like that?
Like, I guess Monika being kidnapped would make him more worried, since it is the person he loves, I guess. You can make the argument for that.
But to that degree where she has to kill him?
Where Julia has to kill MC because he goes on a rampage, that's what they're saying. Like, he's, like, unstoppable. I guess he, like, bro turns into Broly, I guess.
Yeah.
And he's just killing innocent people, I guess.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that degree, I agree with you. Yeah, I was about to say, I didn't think about what you were saying. Yeah, no, if he's just, like... Because I'm like, if he just killed a bunch of, like, what, evil agents, like, sure, whatever. But yeah, it's like, is he killing innocents after that? It's like, what, huh?
What's bro doing?
Yeah, that seems a little weird. Oh wait, you forgot one thing. After getting Monika killed, he still says that MC will be useful and that he'll call him for later. So then what the... So then I guess him killing Monika was sort of like him, like, paying him back for the men that he killed on the way, I suppose. I guess, you know, I guess that was, like, his little thing, I suppose. Like, you killed my men, so now to make it even, I'll kill your girlfriend. You know, I guess that was, like, probably what that was meant to be. if I had to think of something, you know? I hear a lot of people say they feel the Monika route is the best one in Fruits, and I highly disagree. I honestly think the Monika route might be one of the weakest routes in Fruits. Like, honestly. Like, Sayori's route, I always felt was the weakest, but now that I've officially finished, I always felt like Monika's was, despite never finishing it. But now that I've finished it, I think I can fully say that I feel that Monika's route was probably the weakest one, just due to the Monika not barely being involved, her character constantly, like, being inconsistent with her personality, and it's just, her characterization wasn't very good. It's just, I was like, it's just the Monika route feels like it was, like, one of the weakest ones. And to be fair, I'm not saying the other ones were that much better. The other ones had their fair share of problems too. Like Yuri's route, I still think is still kind of very boring to a degree, with it taking place with Yuri being kidnapped for a majority of it. And looking at like the same background, and then also the climax of Yuri's route feeling very just underwhelming, of it being like, is he gonna leave or will he stay? In Sayori's route having, once again, a very just stupid Monika. I don't know why Monika is very much just like very stupid in these mods. Yeah, very stupid Monika in Sayori's route, and the villain being Kagan wasn't really, that was a weird ass twist. Natsuki's route's probably like the strongest one. And even that one has still has some weird things in it. Wow, editing zero here. I kind of felt like this stream didn't really get to fully get some of my thoughts I had on Fruits, since this is like the final, video of it on the channel, I guess, technically. So, kind of feel like there were some things I kind of left out. Mainly MC. I feel like I mainly talked about a lot of the girls' routes and my problems with them, but I don't think I really talked about MC, even though earlier I mentioned how he's kind of been beaten like a dead horse. Like, the talking about Fruits MC has been overdone, but I feel like it's probably still worth talking about. MC is either you love him or you hate him in this mod. You either really think he's cool and that he's so epic and awesome, or so badass, I guess I should say, or you think he's kind of an edgy piece of shit because he's kind of an asshole to women, a very misogynist type of guy. I'm kind of in the latter. I don't full on hate him, but it does make it hard to root for him when he's just kind of constantly being edgy, and, and then the mod is constantly glazing him and talking about how cool he is and how much of a good agent he is and how unstoppable and scary he is. And hey, remember that time where he was really good at soccer? Like, that soccer scene will always remember that soccer scene. But man, I forgot how loud the music was in it. But yeah, MC is very much part of the mod. I feel like a lot of this mod would be received a lot better by a lot more people if the MC was a little different. I think if the MC wasn't as edgelordy, I think a lot of people would appreciate this mod a little bit more. It still has a lot of other problems, as I mentioned earlier. Monika's route, really having her be in character. Sayori's route feeling honestly probably like the second best, honestly, even if it has a not very smart Monika moments. Probably the second best route out of the four, with Yuri's probably being third. I still think Monika's is the worst. I'm sorry. Maybe I could see an argument for Yuri's being the worst, but I don't know. I really don't like Monika's. But yeah, MC though. So sorry. You continue. Tell that he's not scripted. Yeah, it's just, he's very much a interesting fellow, is all I could really say. Like, maybe if he kind of had more of a build-up to that moment of where he's kind of an asshole, or maybe if we had him, like, become less of an asshole more later as the story progressed. I felt like they were trying to do that with this story, but they didn't really, succeed in that, because he feels like the same guy throughout the entirety of the mod. It doesn't really feel like he's changed at all, honestly. Like, I don't really know if he's gone through any sort of development, because I could never see it. But yeah, that's essentially it about MC, and this is essentially it for Fruits. I appreciate Fruits for being one of the first action mods in the community. There was probably one before it, but this is like the first one I fully remember, so I'm just gonna keep saying it was the first one. It's one of the first big action mods in the community, so I mean, I can appreciate it for that, and I don't think this mod is terrible by any means. And kudos to the people who still like it. just me personally, as I've kind of started playing it, as I continued to play it, I started to see more and more of its blemishes, which you could probably kind of see through this playlist, the Fruits playlist, like playthrough playlist, where you could see in the beginning, I probably sounded like I really enjoyed it, and then as time went on, that enjoyment started to slowly fade as time went on. Probably because I also started forming my own opinions on things and started to actually see what I liked in mods and what I don't like and stuff. But, yeah, ultimately, I don't think it's a bad mod, you know? I'm probably not going to update its placement on my tier list where it is right now. I think it put it in, like, B at the time of this. So, I'm probably not going to update it. I still think the Natsuki route definitely is the best route, even if it has a very silly Dadsuki, who is so comedically evil. And also a really dumb plot moment where MC just was able to fake his own heartbeat because he can. But even if with that, it's still probably the best route out of the 4. But in any case, yeah, this is essentially the end of my thought. I'm gonna let old Stream Zero end the video. But anyway, we are officially done with Fruits of the Literature Club. If you want to download this mod for yourself, the link will be in the description below. This has been Zero. Peace.
Oh.